What's up? We're back with another tier list. Again, this is the second part of the game shows tier list. Today we are going to be doing more reality, long season based game shows. These are shows that have longer seasons and have the same contestants every now and then. These more reality based sort of things. A lot shorter of a list than the last one. But anyway, let's get right down to it. We're going to start off with Survivor. Survivor is definitely an S tier one. I love this show. Just putting people out there in like Survivor. It has evolved to be more of a, I would say more of a, what would you call it? What would you say? Like more, less real. I said less real, not more or less real, but less real, okay? Because of the producers and stuff. It used to be very hardcore. Now it's really not that hardcore, but you get the point. American Idol though, the newer version, the one they brought back, they had the finale. It was okay. It had been declining in quality though, because when it first started, it bred a lot of big name singers and stars. But recently it just has not. It's just it's become less and less of these people that win these shows. It's more because these people are winning because of their backstories and who they are, and not how they are as a singer. So some that win don't get big contract labels and don't keep making music. They go off on other things, or just live off of the winnings that they already won and move on with their lives, or become influencers or some other third thing. So that kind of sucks. It kind of declines in quality, but I'd still put it as a B tier. It's an okay show. But The Amazing Race is another S tier one. This is going to be the S tiers might be a little heavily loaded here at the start, but the Amazing Race is another great one. I like all the places they go around the world, and you can insights on different cultures, and see how teamwork really works, and see endurance levels. It's a good show. I enjoy it, and it's long too. Go all around the world, do everything, and you see all these different cool places that you wouldn't normally get to see in your TV screen. It's like, oh, that looks cool. Maybe I want to take a trip there one time. It's really nice, really nice. And moving on with another one, all from the same network, believe it or not. Big Brother, my favorite of all of these. This is definitely, I would put it as an SS. I want to get on the show so badly. But this one, I think it's like Survivor, except you're in a house in Los Angeles and not out in the middle of nowhere in Fiji or whatever. So you take away that part, but you still work on the competition part. So the competition can be a lot more intense, and they can be a lot more focused on the competition. And that provides some really good TV. It's become a lot more scripted, a lot more fabricated in the last few years. But it's still a pretty good show, and it's going to keep getting a good following for many years to come. Unless they do something drastically stupid, which they probably will, to ruin it completely, but whatever. Moving on to American Ninja Warrior. There's a lot of these are going to fit into many categories like reality TV, big name competition, season-long competition. This one's like more physical competition. It's a lot like Wipeout, but it's over a course of a season, and they go to different locations, but it's the same people most of the time, adding in new people. I debated putting this one on the first list, but I put it in this one because it's more of a longer run. They bring the people back as the course of the season goes on. But American Ninja Warrior, I'm going to put on the A tier. And the reason why it's not going to be on the S tier is because of all the people that don't move on. It's like the courses are cool and they're fun, but they always film at the worst times. Like it's usually always raining or it's cold. Like you can't film during the summer. You're in like Florida and Los Angeles, and you can't film like during the summertime. It's weird, but it's still a very cool show. Lots of inspirational people get on there, and all these hardworking people. It's cool to see all their stories and stuff. All right, The Voice is going in the E tier, and why it's going in the E tier? This show has been pretty bad for a while now, and the main reason it's been bad is because it focuses more on the judges and not the contestants themselves. And that's something you don't want. The judges, they just banter back and forth, compete with each other. They're not focused on the singers. No real. This is like American Idol without the big success it had at the beginning. It really hasn't produced that many big name singers in the last few years, or even at all. What it does, it really draws in big name singers. It doesn't produce them. It draws in them. so that they feed into this toxicity of just bantering with each other for TV ratings and not actually getting good singers and developing their singers to be good. It didn't really do that. It did that a little bit at the beginning, but it's really evolved into something that's just stupid, completely stupid. I don't like the show anymore. It's just, it switches out judges too much as well. Like, they stuck with the core four for a few years, and then they switched, and they just kept switching and switching and switching and switching. It's like, you can't keep up with who it is. Or like mid-season, they're like switching at this point. All right, Hell's Kitchen. Now this would produce some great memes, but it's definitely a more intense MasterChef. Gordon Ramsay, man, whew, I would not want to cook for him. I would not want to see him walk into a restaurant either. That's not his own. I'm gonna go in the B tier though. Pretty self-explanatory. Some good memes. It's not the greatest show though. Definitely is pretty intense, and you know, it's okay. I mean, it's not as definitely not as bad as The Chase, but definitely a good B tier show. Tough as Nails just promotes heavy labor, heavy labor, heavy labor. Let's break our backs when we're 40. Heavy labor, heavy labor, heavy labor. I don't know. They're just doing civil works projects for a small sum of money at the end of the season that they probably already lost from having to give up their jobs to go do this. Just way too physically demanding for me, for a lot of people, really. I mean, it's not like they're bringing all young people on either. They're bringing some older people who probably shouldn't be doing that kind of labor, especially when they may not even be experienced at that age and that time. Why are you bringing them on? Why are you bringing them on? It's weird. It's hardworking. They've got some inspirational stories, but it's like, really? Do you need to do this? Sort of thing. Kid Nation's up next. This is my meme one. Kid Nation ran for one season. It was bad. It was really, really bad. Don't really need to explain this. America's Got Talent, I'm going to put it in the D tier because it does have some funnier moments. It's like The Voice, though. They just focus on the people. It's really more American Idol than The Voice or anything. They just focus on people who have better stories and not better backgrounds, better stories, not people who actually have talent for the most part. But it does have some pretty cool, like, magic. They have lots of great magic acts, lots of stunts. Those are all really, really cool, and I love watching those. That might be a little controversial. Maybe I'll stick it up to the C tier. There we go. MasterChef, the other cooking one on here. This one's going to go in the B tier as well. I haven't watched it much recently. There's also MasterChef Junior, which I guess I could include alongside this one, but I don't know. It's not that. I mean, it's okay. It's a little. It's like a less intense Hell's Kitchen, but it's not as memorable for that reason. So that's why I'm gonna go in the B tier. All right, here's an F. The Bachelor. Sheesh. No, it's gonna go in E. F only goes for the really bad ones. Well, The Bachelor sucks. It's stupid. It's petty. Why does it even exist? I don't know. But it's going in the E tier. So. No, not really more that can be said there. Biggest Loser, yeah, it's going to be one of the biggest losers on this list. It's going in the D tier. I am all, well, this is pretty ironic for somebody like me to say, but I'm all for people getting healthier. But the way they do it on the show, it's like they're scaring people into exercising and not actually getting to the main core reason why they're overweight in the first place. Mostly it's because of mental health issues, focusing on some traumatic experiences that have happened to them in the past, getting rid of the addictions, and then working on the exercise alongside of it or afterwards. The Biggest Loser is all about the exercise, and a lot of people that lose a lot of weight on this show end up gaining it back because they didn't really work on those issues while they were in the place on the show. And the physical trainers, they don't care. I feel like they don't really care about the contestants at all. All they care about is that they're doing the exercise so that they can win and they can get the ratings and they can get the money. They just seem very selfish, and so it's not something I really enjoy. It scares me. It's like, I don't want to go there. But yeah, that's why it's going in the D tier. Also, Jillian Michaels, her accusations and stuff. Masked Singer. Now, I really haven't watched this one much, but I've seen some parts of it, and it seems it's a pretty entertaining show from what I've seen. I'm gonna put it in the A tier. It's goofy, but it's like a really funny, goofy sort of thing, and it's really cool. It's shocking when they actually get revealed, when the who's under the mask is just revealed. It's really good, really good. Holy moly, you're up next. This is like epic putt-putt golf, and who does not love some epic putt-putt golf mixed in with a little wipeout action? This is great. I love watching this. My dad loves watching it too because he's a golfer, and putt-putt golf's really fun for me and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go in the A tier. Really cool courses, cool people that actually like. I didn't know putt-putting was such a huge thing for competitions. I'm like, wow, this is cool. You get like a little insight onto that. It's really nice. All right, now we're going to E. We're going to F for this one. Dance Moms. No more to say about that. Launched JoJo Siwa's career, and nothing's ever been the same since. Dancing with the Stars. Now, there's some good dancers on here, but they bring celebrities that have no idea how to dance and are way too old or are way too out of shape to do this. All for ratings. It's all for ratings. That's what all these shows are. They're all for ratings. All this show. They're all for ratings. All for ratings. So fuck corporations. Fuck money. Fuck everything.